Welcome home, everybody. Bring it in, pound it. Glad you're here. Um, Good to see you guys again. Real quick again, just a little housekeeping. Just want to say I'm sorry. Last video was terrible. Didn't make sense. If you got something out of it, glory, I pray. Good, cause it definitely was. It definitely needs some work. But if you got it, awesome. Happy you did. We will be. That won't happen again. Um, Anytime soon, anyway. So just wanted that let you know. Say sorry. But today I'm really excited because we're going to do something a little bit different. We're doing basically story time in the Bible. And we're not going to go right into the really, popular ones, like David and Goliath or Daniel in Lion's Den or, the three men in the burning fire or even Moses and all that. I like to look at the things that, people don't really know a lot about, unique things. And today, a doozy really came up. We're going to be talking about Shamgar. If you've never heard of him, neither have I until a few days ago. Well, I mean, today was the only time I actually got to really know anything about him. He's a man of God, and he's of course, he's an Israelite. And there's only one verse with him in it. It's if you want to know where to find him, he's in Judges 3. Verse 31, and that's the only time really that you see him. I have not found any other mention in his name. There probably is, but he's in there in one, and then he's done, which is crazy because as we're going to read, he does something pretty amazing, incredible, gory, but incredible. And that's like, there's only one chapter of this. What? There's only one verse. Sorry, not a chapter, but only one verse. What the heck? It's mind blowing. So we're going to go ahead and read it, and then I just kind of what he accomplished. I want you to try to just try to comprehend, and hopefully it will definitely be better than the last video. So let's go over to Judges 3:31 and read from the New King James. It says. Actually, I'll tell you kind of why it goes in. So we'll go ahead and we'll just start with 30, and then I'll kind of explain what the history, what the backstory is, just so you kind of get a glimpse. So in Judges 3:30 now, so Moab was subdued that day under the hand of Israel, and the land had been in rest for 80 years. Now reading this, probably should have went back farther, but third one. After him was Shamgar, the son of Anath, who killed 600 men of the Philistines with an Oxcode, and also delivered Israel. Okay, now reading that, I should have definitely went farther back. So basically, the thing is, before Shamgar, there is a king after Ehud, Ehud. He's the leader, he's the king, and with him there's peace in Israel for, it says, 80 years. There's peace and tranquility and rest. But once he dies, the Philistines come in and they start taking land, start causing issues. So after his death, when Philistines move in, and then we get some of these Israelites that stand up and basically they take control. They fight back the Philistines. Deborah, in fact, actually, Deborah is right after Shamgar. She's in Judges 4. So this is right before we get to actually hear about Deborah, which is another phenomenal character, phenomenal person in the Bible. Definitely go read it out. We'll probably talk about her coming up. But right now, Shamgar, we see he kills 600 Philistines men. Usually now, whenever the word kind of used men, it usually refers to, and in this case, it refers to like soldiers. So he killed 600 Philistine soldiers. Now the Philistines back then, they were very a heavy infantry sort of people. They had heavy armor. They were very much a more bulk size, so they really relied on a more of a, I'm sure you guys have heard of a phalanx sort of formation. Now this wasn't as well known as the Greeks formation, which was also a phalanx, but anyway, they were much more of a heavy infantry sort of thing. So they wore pretty heavy armor. And that's not even the crazy thing. The crazy is this guy, Shamgar, who, son of Anath, Aneth, kills them with an Oxcode. Now, what's an Oxcode? I didn't know what it was, so I had to go look it up, actually. And an Oxcode is a traditional farming implement used to spur or guide livestock, usually oxen or cattle, which are pulled or plowed or to a cart. Used also to round up cattle. As I said, it is a type of long stick with a pointed end and known for cattle, also known as a cattle prod. Well, I know what a cattle prod is. I'm from Wyoming. We had to use them. Granted, they were mostly, electrical cattle prod, which not the best. But anyway, it's just a way to kind of guide cattle and oxen when they're plowing fields. Not really meant for weaponry at all. Later on, some of them have like hooks, but that's later on. So basically, all I see is it's a stick with a little bit of a sharpened end on one, and more of a kind of a clubber, kind of more heavy-duty club side to the other, and that's it. Something completely not meant for war. Something that was, it's not. It's not meant to harm the animal. It basically lets them know, hey, go this way. That's what a cattle prod's not meant to harm, because you don't want to harm your livestock. Your value of that cattle goes down if you harm it. So you want to just gently kind of tell them. And this guy Shamgar kills 600 armed men. It's insane. Anyway, I just wanted you guys to know that. It was just a cool story. Yeah, just think on that. That's just crazy. And then he says, with an ox guard, he also delivered Israel. Man, crazy. There's some pretty cool stuff in this, man. If you guys are ever bored, I recommend just flipping through these pages, looking up just obscure stories, and trust me, you'll find some stories. That's for sure. But thanks for hanging out with this one and learning more about Shamgar. Let other people know. Yeah, Judges 3:31. But anyway, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and clock on out. I'll see you guys next time. So hug it, pound it, and later, man. See you next time.